I want to break free. I want to break free. Hey guys, welcome back to another dose of your daily gaffer brought to you by me, Wrong and Strong. Today, I will be talking about Jadon Sancho and his statement that he released in the wake of Manchester United's 3-1 loss to Arsenal, which was in response to not only him not being in the matchday squad, but also in response to Ten Hag's pre-match statement saying that Sancho wasn't in the squad because he hasn't trained well. I'm paraphrasing. If I have the energy, I'll splice the clip in right here.
Jadon was on his performance on the training. We didn't select him.
So that he was that a form of discipline, would you say?
No, you have to reach a level every day on Manchester United, and we can make choices in the front line. And so for this game he wasn't selected.
What did you make of it?
And yes, the statement. Before we get there, guys, please subscribe and help us on our way to 5,000 subscribers, and help us fight Al Gore. And by liking this video, you're probably wondering why I didn't do the whole Al Gore bit. I don't know, just didn't feel like doing it today. Not to say that I won't do it again, but just didn't do it today. That the sad violin music that I play in the background, it's a bit too downbeat. I'm in a good mood. Obviously, Arsenal this week just beat United 3-1 in remarkable fashion, so I'm upbeat. But guys, please subscribe, get us to 5,000 subscribers, and fight the algorithm by liking this video and sharing it. Now we've got that out of the way. Jadon Sancho's statement. I'll read it. I've got it here in front of me. It says, "Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what." So before we try and dissect what he said, I just want to know, like, what does this mean for Jadon Sancho's United career going forward? Was this a nail in the coffin? The end of the road? Is he done? What does it say about his relationship with Ten Hag? United's recruitment. I've said for a long time that United don't have a good scouting network. I'll get into that in more detail later on in the video. No, I'll do it now. So what I'm saying is, for those of you that haven't seen it on Armchair Gaffers, that I don't believe United are very good when it comes to talent ID. If we look through, when I say talent ID, I'm talking about unknown players. There are a few occasions when United have signed someone unknown who's gone to do really well. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, that was one. You look at Bruno Fernandes. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's done well for them. You look at talk about players who were unknown. They don't do very well. What United seem to be good at is poaching players. So historically, when I was growing up in the early 2000s, United would just sign the biggest player from another Premier League team, be it Alan Smith or Wayne Rooney or Rio Ferdinand or Michael Carrick, or going further back, Eric Cantona, Andy Cole. Did I say Roy Keane already? Did I say Wayne Rooney already? And then that carried on going. I mean, you re-signed Paul Pogba from another big team. You signed Casemiro from another big team. I don't really feel like United have got a good scouting network. And what happens, again, these are just my thoughts. United sign players just based on PR and FIFA, maybe. And the signing of Sancho is an example of that. He clearly isn't the right fit for the team. If the powers that be at United done their due diligence, they would know that Sancho, to thrive, needs a very capable fullback, a very attacking fullback, like what he had at Dortmund in the form of Hakimi. Not someone like Ivan Wan-Bissaka, who has his strengths. But if you want the most out of Sancho, I don't believe that Wan-Bissaka is a player you partner him up with. So United's talent ID and scouting and finding players that fit their style of play has been very, very poor for a long time. Lukaku was another one. Actually, I didn't think he done bad at United. But cool. What does this mean for Sancho? I need to sneeze. It's not coming. It's literally right on the tip. What does this mean for Sancho and his future at United? First of all, my thoughts again, if he is put back in the United team, I think he'll just be like out of like pity and PR and trying to save face, because his attributes do not fit this United team. So his attributes don't fit this United team, and the way to address it, I mean, he's a £80 million plus signing, so you'd think you kind of build the team around him, or maybe buy him to complement what you already have, and neither of those two things have happened. So the solutions for me: sign Hakimi. That's the solution. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, even if he does come back into the team, he's not going to miraculously play better. If he was, he would have done that by now. So that's not going to happen by putting him back in the team. I think what United need to be doing is recreating the conditions he had at Dortmund, if you're keen on keeping him. Ten Hag, pre-season you played this man false nine. Why? Why, if you're not going to do that when the season starts? You had your chance to do it at the start of the season, the first 3.5, 4 games. You didn't do it, and now Højlund is ready, and that's obviously gone out the window now. So I struggle to understand what is going on there. Another thing I've seen people say is, why have we got so much time for Anthony? Because he's not doing much better than Sancho, if you ask me. He might look like he shows a bit more intent, but the numbers and the eye test, he's failing hands down. So I don't get it. So what next for Sancho? I often say, like, was he actually ever good? The answer is yes, he is good. He was and he is. But I believe he's very much a player that needs the right conditions. A lot of players like this need the right conditions. It's nothing new. And I don't think he'll get that at United. A little while ago, I was saying that I feel like the money at United is what really caused the downturn in form. But then I found out that each year at Dortmund, he was getting a pay rise. And by the time he left, he was on very good money. He's on a lot more at United, but that's because he's on crazy money. But he was on more at Dortmund than most Premier League players are on. So it's not the money issue. Well, I hope it's not. But I think his future lies elsewhere, because United aren't going to sign Hakimi and do all the other stuff that they need to do. They've got Højlund though. Now with Højlund, Sancho must play on the right. So it's Sancho or Anthony. I know there's no TH in Anthony, but it's Anthony. Rashford must play on the left. Rashford must only play on the left. So it's literally the front three is Rashford, Højlund, and that right side is either Sancho or Anthony. And I think that's a good option to have. You know, two different styles. You have the left footer or the right footer. So with Højlund, I think we're one step closer to getting the best out of Sancho. The next step will be to sign Hakimi. Not a player like Hakimi, because Dalot is actually quite good. I like what I'm seeing from Dalot, but he's not Hakimi. That's it. It's not a Hakimi-like player. It's literally just Hakimi. Go to PSG, offer them all the money you can, and try and get Hakimi if you care about Sancho. Failing that, do I think that he goes to another Premier League team and perform at the level needed? Let's just say he went to Arsenal and played that right side instead of Saka. Linking up with Ben White, will it work? And Ødegaard? I believe so, yes. Going and playing Ange Ball? Yes. Going to Chelsea? No. Liverpool? No, not intense enough. Manchester City? Yes. Yes, very much Manchester City. Newcastle? No. Who have I missed out? I feel like I've missed somebody out. Oh yeah, United, of course. So, very few teams. I also think maybe he needs to get out of the limelight. Maybe back to Dortmund. But again, I don't know, man. But that's just my thoughts on Sancho. Let's get back to the statement that he put out on the social medias. Opening line: please don't believe everything you read! Exclamation mark. I thought this statement was in response to Ten Hag's press conference, which was video, not text. So maybe I've missed something here. I will not allow people saying things that's completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. So that is in response to what Ten Hag has said. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. Now, when he says he believes there are other reasons for this matter, to me, he knows that it's something other than training. And saying that and saying you won't go into it, like kind of tells me that it's definitely something other than you not training with the right intensity or whatever the issue is at training. I've been made a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. From the outside, so a non-United fan looking into United, I don't feel as if he's been made the scapegoat for United's failures. I think De Gea was a scapegoat, Maguire's a scapegoat, Wan-Bissaka's a scapegoat, Shaw's a scapegoat, Eriksen, when Casemiro's a stinker, he's a man in the kebab shop, Rashford, yeah, I think all those people are scapegoats because they play more minutes. So with regards to being a scapegoat, again, he's maybe referring to things that we're not privy to. He says, all I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I guess you do. I guess what you don't respect is the coach coming out and saying things which you know to be untrue. I play fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what. That last line, I'll continue to fight for the badge, that's just something players say to keep the fans on side. I don't believe it's very true, personally. But yeah, stern words from young Jadon. Me personally, if you ask me, combining this statement with his performances in United's shirt, there's no way back. I was actually annoyed with him last season when he came back from the mountains and he scored a goal and he celebrated like this. Like, you know, this is what I do. When it's not what you've been doing in the Premier League, at least. So this is what you get for the cockiness. Pause. I don't know what you guys think about this whole thing. Is he good enough for United? Is he good enough for another Premier League team? Is he even the scapegoat for what's going on at United? Let me know your thoughts. I've given you mine. Yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. I done what I said I wouldn't do, which is drop a daily gaffer on the same day we release our podcast, which is also out right now. Click the link in the description or the pop-up banner right here, and give that a watch, because that is our bread and butter. I've been well and strong. You guys have been great as usual, and I will see you tomorrow with some more stuff. Peace out.